We get so alarmist. I blame COVID. Remember that? Now, this weekend is going into Monday and Tuesday, as the temperature is predicted to rise to over 40 degrees. Now, yesterday's leadership debates were overshadowed with today's headlines. Headlines like this one on the front page of The Guardian: thousands may die as record highs expected. On the Mirror, meltdown, first ever red alert on deadly heat wave issued. And The Star led with, we're going to need a bigger lilo, global warming to bring great whites to Britain. Now, you'd think that we're in the path of an asteroid the size of the Earth rather than a few days of maybe, if we're lucky, 40 degrees heat. We were less worried about Vladimir Putin pressing the red button. It's ridiculous. In any case, most of the time, they're wrong.
Good afternoon to you. Earlier on today, apparently a woman rang the BBC and said she heard that there was a hurricane on the way. Well, if you're watching, don't worry, there isn't.
Michael Fish, totally wrong. There was a hurricane, one of the worst this country has ever seen. He never lived that down. Gone are the days of the smiley weather maps. Now, they all look like they're on fire. Another word for fear, and they're blood red. We are hooked on a dart of an alarm, and I think I know why they're doing it. Net zero, a money-spinning extreme and impossible goal that only relates to the zero sum you will have in your bank account by the time they're done with you. All the bad things that you're doing now are apparently causing the planet to heat up, and we will all die. The other day, I spoke to Laura Dodsworth, who spoke about the government paper which was preparing us for so-called global warming, often interspersed with the words climate change.
On the 1st of November in 2021, the government's Nudge Unit issued a joint report with the broadcaster Sky called The Power of TV, Nudging Consumers to Net Zero. In fact, weather reports are mentioned 3 times specifically in this report about how they can be used to make people aware of environmental change. So I think that what we're seeing here is essentially a temperature check for how nudge is being used in the media.
Yes, nudging us to net zero. Other countries in the world, however, like Spain, which a lot of people are off on holiday to specifically for the sunshine, are already basking in over 40-degree heat. In fact, this morning I did my heat yoga class. I do one every Saturday morning and usually 3 to 4 times a week, exercising very slowly in similar temperatures. It really isn't that bad. We've had the likes of Extinction Rebellion insulate Britain and Just Stop Oil, gluing their hands to anything that is worthy of publicity, warning of the catastrophic damage that we are apparently causing to the planet. And this over-egging of the weather is yet another dig. People are scared to leave their homes. School closures are being announced left, right and centre, and we are being told to stay indoors. I heard predictions that 100,000 people will die because of it. Sound familiar? Look, I'm not saying that you don't need to take care in the heat, but it is no different to, say, going on holiday to a hot country like, say, Ghana. You're not guaranteed air conditioning there, but life goes on. Fear is being programmed into everything that is out of our control. It's a money spinner with many beneficiaries. But don't worry, if you manage to live through this, we'll be back to our usual cack cold weather on Thursday.